and it was fun and playful and yet sexy a little bit. Trying to keep them in, make sure that we don't have any malfunctions. But yeah.
Do you have a favorite TV show right now and why?
Yes. I recently finished watching all of House of Cards and True Detective. And why? Because they're intellectual and visually stimulating, and they surprise me. I mean, I feel like every episode is whatever you expect. It's not what you don't. Just reiterate it's just they keep you on your toes, and especially True Detective. It's a little slow, but it's very cinematic. It's like watching little mini movies on television, and I really enjoyed all the performances.
Do you see yourself doing something like that next? Like,
I would love to, yeah, if I ever have time. I shoot almost all year round, so it's. But at some point, I would love to do that.
Being directed by Paul. How was that?
Oh, it was great. He was very confident, very prepared, knew what he wanted, and he's an actor, so we knew how to talk to all of us. And I especially had a lot of fun hazing him. It was really cool to play tricks on him and pranks. It was really.
Examples?
Yeah. As a joke, I forged all of our signatures on a script cover for his first episode and framed it and gave it to him, just to make him think like, oh, that's so nice, look what you did for me. And then wrote a letter and was like, look, like it's been half a decade, we've had such a great time, and now transitioning into this next step of your career, I wanted to just remind you of where we started and what's most important. And then this big present, and then when you opened it, it was like a hand-painted portrait of my face. really, really big one. It is now hanging in his dressing room.
One last question.
But he loved it, and he thought it was hilarious.
After doing it, is it something you think you'd want to do yourself?
Get a painting of my face?
No, director.
I would like to direct and produce, but I think I'll do that at a later stage and in a different medium.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think Damon's going into a bit of a hi. How are you, love? I think Damon's going into a bit of a dark spell. I think relationships tend to muddy the water of our physical and emotional and mental space. It's like if you want serious problems, date someone who's 160 years younger than you. But I think, or 159. But I think ultimately that love is a very interesting thing, and it breaks a lot of boundaries, whether it's age, whether it's borders, whether it's religion, whether it's creed, whatever it is, it breaks borders. It's the ability to cross over. And I think we'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Thank you. Thanks for the job. Thanks for owning the book.
What was it like to be directed by Mr. West?
By the way, I love working with him as director. Hate working with him as an actor. No, I said to him, he really, the great thing about it, having my brother Paul, we had many conversations leading up to this, which was, at the end of the day, was, Paul, I have your back, you have my back. He knows the show better than anyone. We know the show about the same. We've been on it since day one, longer than most of the writers, any of the writers other than Julie. And Kevin, and the idea was that he wanted to inject the things that we as cast members miss from season one. We miss those elements, the super dark notions of Vampire Diaries.
Yeah. What are we going to expect from?
Oh, you never know. But I think what threw them into more of a tailspin was the Denzo rain kiss. Enzo and Damon.
Really wonderful. Thank you for asking. It was the best experience. So unbelievably supportive. I was shocked at how. I mean, not that I expected less, but in a way, it was really normal for me. Because for me, I didn't get hazed. I was expecting someone to do something. The whole time I was scared out of my mind. But they made me feel really welcome. And I was nervous to give people direction. And I didn't really, because ultimately, like, it was more about, like, how I wanted to shut the world. Because these guys have been doing this for 6 years. And I'm not going to suddenly give some notes on their character. I think that would be completely out of line. But it was just a really